Hey guys and girls. Well, yeah, welcome to video log number 25, I think, isn't it? Or 26? One of the two. I can't remember, it's been a while since I've done one. Yeah, I've really been doing much with the little Panda car. Kind of ran out of things to do on it, because I'm waiting for parts and things. I'm waiting for the classic car show, North Nottingham. I'll go there and hopefully get some bits from some people who's going to bring them up for me. Things like the dashboard surround, as mine had a massive crack in it. I don't know if you remember showing you guys, but it did do. So I've got a new dashboard surround coming. Guy's going to bring me a parcel shelf, which is quite nice. There's loads of other bits as well, but I can't quite remember them offhand at the moment, but I know there's a few bits and pieces. Yeah. Other than that, I've been a little bit busy. Remember those not rope lights, those are undercar glow light kits things that I've got. See, I've got them in the boot of the car now. Well, I've put the interior ones in the car, but where have I put them? That's the question. They're not under there, and they're not in the footwells. So where are they? That's the question. Well, if you look above, you'll see they're there. Yeah, I've put them here. One there, and one at the back. I made some brackets out of, well, brackets. I've made a support out of two welding rods, and then of all things a electrical circle-shaped crimp thing, where it's like a washer where you earth it out onto a bolt, an earthing one. And cool, because you can turn them around, which is nice. You can point them wherever you want to point them. But you want to see them turned on, don't you? Well, you'll notice that all the wiring is all nice and neatly hidden. They're hidden all behind the roof liner, all under here. And the wire comes out there. Okay, that's the best I could do, unfortunately, because the Panda is, dare I say, a basic car, in the sense that the roof liner doesn't go all the way to the windscreen, but big deal. I zoomed in. No, I'm not. So yeah, the wires come down here. That's the one for this one. That's the one for the one on the back. They come down here, go down the pillars. Also note the alarm sensor I've got now, which all works and is really good. Wires come down here, down to here, come down here underneath the fabricy dashboard, down here and through the hole in the thing where the radio is. So it all comes through the back there, and it plugs into the little USB adapter which is behind here, which you can just see the label of. And it's all USB powered too, which is quite nice. I've still not sorted out the wiring. That's just been plugged into the. That was just plugged into the radio live, just temporary that was, because I'm going to wire it up to a nice switch somewhere so I can have it all thingy, and the earth is just wedged in the cigarette lighter. Let's power it up and have a look anyway. I've got my power control down there in the thing, which is quite cool. So you press and hold that button there, which turns it on. It's all lit up in the top. It's quite cool. It also makes, I'll tell you what I've been using this for. Late at night, while you want to do some work on your car, can't see a damn thing. Just turn these on, the whole car lights up. Look how bright it makes it. You can see everything. Brilliant. I've got my LED thingy with my trip from Turkey. I got a magnetic Turkish eye. Got two of those actually. I've got grease on me. Not there as well. This car is a lot like the ones you see in Turkey, with all the lights in it. Of course, they do the wicked. You know, you can make them do all cool stuff with it. There you go. Make them chase. And does it on both sides. Now, because this is all driven by USBs. Now I've got the 4 lights inside the car wired up to this box here, but to wire up the second ones, the ones for the outside, the ones that go under the car, you have to have a second box, which is somewhere. Well, there's a USB lead that goes to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a switch on this so that I can either choose to have the interiors on or the interiors on with the outside ones. So I can make my car legal by having it so that the outside lights that are on the floor do not turn on, if you catch my drift. You know, just a bit of just to make it a little bit more legal. I know the MOT laws nowadays don't like you having undercar lighting, even if it's not working, even if it's just there under your car. But if I just say it's a show car, hopefully they'll let it slide. The UK is becoming very, very, very strict on car laws. I must admit, I didn't think Australia was quite as strict, but the laws in Australia state you can't have tow bars on, nothing protruding from the car, which is a tow bar, which I find quite ridiculous, really. But then again, I guess it's safety. If someone rams into the back of you, the tow bar will go straight through them, I suppose. But yeah, they're pretty cool. They both are held up on the things. Wow, the lens of this camera's dirty. Yeah, really dirty. But yeah, I've got to obviously extend this because this is going to go to the boot somewhere, where all the other lights, it's raining, all the other lights, there is one under the car at the moment, I just put under there temporary, they all plug into this one here. Now the cool thing is with these 3 million colour LED underglow kits is that you only need to power one of the adapters. So this one in the boot, I don't need to power it, I only need to power the one in the front. That one doesn't need powering. So what I can do is just bundle all this wire up and or what do you call it, just keep it safe, and put this somewhere in the boot. Now I was thinking maybe putting it behind the panel, and then, because there's a good gap between both the outer skin and the inner, running all the cables up inside through the bottom somehow. But it involves a lot of you know, where do I run them through? We'll find out though. I'll figure it all out. So I need to get the car over the pits. There's a few more jobs I want to do under the car, but for the moment, yeah, it's raining and the pit's flooded, so sod that. Yeah, that's pretty much about it really. Oh yes, one other thing I've been doing. Now guys and girls, you know, those of you who have a Fiat Panda know it has only got 2 speeds, which is on 1, which is off 1 and 2 on your internal cabin fan. Now me being who I am, I just had to modify that, didn't I? I couldn't help myself. I just had to change it because I think that fan setting number 1 was just too fast. So I had to change it. I just had to do it. So what I ended up doing was getting, okay, that's an old USB wire, but it's what I used to control it with. Well, will do when I find a 10k ohm potentiometer. Let's go out under the bonnet because it's all under there. What I ended up doing, don't mind my stylish Crocs, I've got green ones on today. What I managed to do, was to get a very, very nice PWM control, which is rated up to, I think it's 10 amps. Now the fan doesn't draw 10 amps, it draws about 3. So I've got plenty of amperage there to play with. And you'll notice the input wire is a different colour because I've got it through. It goes under here and changes colour there. I should have really used heat shrink on that, but I couldn't find any. You notice all the crazy wiring that's down there. But yes, and as for cutting and splicing into wires, I didn't have to do that. I just literally, there's the 2 original plugs, that's the one on the car and that's the one on the fan. If I want to remove the box, all I do is I just unplug all these from here and just plug these two connectors together, and then I get the the switch working normally, because at the moment it's set up so that fan speed number 1 comes on normally, so I get the normal fan, and fan speed number 2 is the one that controls it through the via the PWM controller. And like I say, it's pretty good. The only issue I've got is with these cheap PWM controls that you get off eBay. Sure, they're good. I mean, I do like how they what they've done there is they've filed down the name and the number off the little microchip there. I don't know if it's a 555 timer or not. It looks like a 555 timer, but I don't know if they've done that or not. I don't know if that's what it is, sorry. But originally the 10k ohm resistor was there. Sorry, 10k potentiometer was there. I drilled some holes in the side of it as well, so to let air through to these heat sinks. And there's some in the lid as well, which is currently in the car. But yeah, that'll be quite an interesting little thing. I could put one on the windscreen wiper as well, or just run that through a resistor, a big ceramic or wire wound ceramic resistor. Just so it makes the blade speed a little bit more slower on the intermittent side. All in all, that's about it. That's all I've done. Like I say, you saw my wiper and how I've what do you call it, converted it to a bolt spline rather than a push-on fit, which is quite nice. I've not really done much else with the car, I must admit. Work on the car has become quite slow. Tyres still flat, and I've managed to paint the rear drums yellow because they were looking a bit rusty and a bit sorry. The wheels look a bit rusty and sorry, but like I keep saying on all of my videos, I'm going to get them sorted. I'm just waiting for a friend to come back from down south, and hopefully one day when he comes around he can deliver me some wheels, which I'm looking forward to, the old ones off his car. Okay, they're multicoloured, but I don't care. They've got good tyres on them, and the rims are not in bad nick either, so they'll do me. And then while these rims are off the car, I'll get them sorted out, shock blasted or acid etched, one of the two. And I don't know if I'm going to powder coat them or not. That's quite an expensive option. I've been quoted around about 250 quid for all wheels. That's for the spare as well, but that's only one side powder coating, so the inside of the wheel won't be powder coated on the back, only the front, which I think is a bit naff really. But it's a bit steep, so I may just go about spraying them myself if I get them shot blasted or acid etched. We'll see, one of the two. But don't get me wrong, I'm going to try and keep these steel wheels. I do like them. I prefer steel wheels over alloys. In fact, I've not really found any wheels that match this car in terms of alloys. I've had a look, of course you do, but in terms of alloys, they're all associated for you know, cars that have been slammed to the deck, and you know, massive deep dish. Is it deep dish? Deep pan, deep dish? I don't know. Whatever they call when they've got a massive thick wall on them. Euro style alloy wheels. Not really my kind of thing. I like banded steelies, don't get me wrong. Banded steel wheels are quite nice, but they wouldn't look very good on this. Besides, I'm after something more 4x4-y. I like the old Weller wheels, if you remember those guys. If I get some 13 or 14 inch Weller wheels, they'll be quite nice. But trying to find them with that same stud pattern, which I think is it 98x4? The stud pattern on this? It's not 100x4, it's 98x4 I think on this. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, as they are, they're good enough for me. If I can just get these tidied up, they'll do the car. I'll stick with the 80R tyres. I don't really want to go any lower than 80s. My friends are 75s, sorry, tells me, or 70 or 75s, but they'll do just temporary. They'll make my speedo a little bit different, but I'll use the sat-nav most of the time. But things like this here, and what I was thinking of doing was spraying that pellet. Where the hell's an air rifle pellet come from? Looks like a 177, that was. Oh well. I've been taking pot shots at my car, I hope not. Anyway, what I was thinking of doing with the, like I say, this mess I've got here, I was thinking of spraying it black and making a nice black sort of pinstripe, so to speak, go all the way down the car like what's already on the door here, continue going down the car, all the way down the edge here, to the back. So I've got a nice black pinstripe going all the way down the car. If I get it just below this, in fact if I could get a band actually covering the lock, that would look quite nice. So I get a black band going down the car to there, like that. I think it would look quite good. Not only that, but it would also cover up all of this nastiness. Okay, it's a bit of a bodge, but it's cheaper than a respray. I mean, I'd love to get the car resprayed, but it needs it because I've got bits like this here coming through, which is the undercoat where the paint's come off, which is a bit of a shame. But to try and get this thing resprayed, it's going to cost over about £1,000 for a good spray, a good job anyway. Of course, you know what I'm like, I want all the inside doing as well. Mind you, the inside's pretty good. I don't really care as long as it looks good. My initial plans was to actually just get the car on the road and to get it up and running, but I'd love nothing more than to get it to almost showroom condition. Not showroom condition, but almost. It's never going to be a show car. I don't think I'll ever be able to get it to that standard, but you know, I don't think my physical skills are up to getting this car to absolute pristine showroom condition, but I can get as close as I can with the skills I've got, and hopefully it'll be enough. Yeah, I love the car. I can't wait till I'm out driving it. I just cannot wait. It's going to be really good. Not far off, because all I need basically is wheels, the MOT cert, wiper blade. Still need a wiper, because I managed to break the other one. In fact, I got the other one somewhere. That's normally where I chuck them, down there. Alex has left the tools out. He's been mowing the garden. But yeah, the wiper blade's disappeared. I bet it's in the boot somewhere. Anyway, it's just snapped off where it bolts through. So I need to get hold of one of those from somewhere. And as soon as that's done, hopefully, it will be up to MOT spec. Oh, another thing as well. I'm finding it really hard getting hold of .3 brake fluid. All of our local motor factories have shut down. Pretty much every single one of them. The three that are local to me, they've all gone. All three of those have gone. There's a couple more that's closed down. This is all in Derby, my hometown, right? A couple more have shut down as well, which is not good for me, because I don't know where to get all my stuff from. Internet prices are just crack smoking prices, so I ain't going to do that. You get robbed blind for shipping, especially at £5 a bottle for .3 brake fluid. Sod that. The motor factory I used to go to used to be £1.20 something. That's probably why they shut down, actually, because they were charging so little. They were very cheap for .3. I don't really want to use .4 in it, because I know .4 is a higher temperature, but let's just look at this car. You know, this isn't the car that's going to be doing massive miles an hour and doing stupidly heavy braking on, so you know, I don't think my my brake fluid will be getting up to a boiling point anytime soon. So .3 is good enough. Besides, .3 you don't have to change so often, so .4 you've got to change it a lot more. So I really want to keep with .3. Besides that, it's what the car recommends. You know, the manufacturer recommends it to have. Oh yes, cam belt housing. That's another thing I'm going to get. Yeah, that's from the place when I go there. Pull the battery off. Keep the battery as charged as I possibly can. Right guys and girls, that's about it. I've rambled on enough. 20 minutes of absolute rambling and not really showing you anything interesting. Just pretty much an update on the old Panda. Okay guys and girls, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, peace out.